Greetings Midgardians, Viking Gamer here, and this is part 16 of my single-player Doomstack versus multiplayer series. So today we're playing as Dark Elves. Now, as their Doomstack, they're focused around shades. I prefer great swords, but you can use, you can use the dual swords as well. It doesn't really matter that much. I'm playing as Malekith on his Black Dragon. Now, normally what you would have is 2 Reaper Ball Throwers and 2 Hydras, and then you'd have like maybe 3 or 4 Blackguard of Naggaroth, to hold the computer's line, and then be able to just shoot at them as long as you can. But in this, with the limited amount of money and slots and everything, I just went for just straight up Darkshades. I didn't really bother with the Blackguard of Naggaroth. So I have 8 Darkshades in here. Yeah. The 1 Hag, 1 Hydra, 1 Reaper Ball Thrower, and a Malekith on this dragon. Now, I think at this point, obviously, with him playing, with my opponent playing as Lizardman, he kind of, he doesn't really. Well, I have the range basically, and he has to come to me. So what he brought was, what was that? 3, 4, 5. 4 Saurus Warriors, 2 Temple Guard, 2 Croxigors, was it 3? 2. He has a couple of 3 Skink Skirmishers, a Skink Priest of Heaven on a Stegodon. He plays as a Croakgar. Why is it not blue then? He's playing as the strange. Anyway, you have another 3 Skirmishers, Skink, and then 3 Feral Cold ones. So obviously, having the range, I'm able to shoot first by the time he gets to me. I think I was shooting at the Temple Guards first, but then yeah, they come to me first, and basically they just start shooting at the Skink Priest. That was pretty smart of him. I should have actually, I don't have range yet, but then once I do, I end up micromanaging a bit better, shooting at things like Croxigors or whatever. The Skinks, they're really not a threat. Yeah, there you go. Start shooting at them. I think they actually still get through. I kind of mismanaged the Hydra here. I didn't manage to put the. There you go. There's the breath attack. I didn't quite do it early enough and into the correct units, to be honest. He has the cold ones hidden. He's gonna end up flanking me. For the odds, it was about 2 to 1 ish. I have 650. He's got 14 something. So it's about 2 to 1. Slightly higher than what I usually have in this series. But yeah, we managed to get one of his Temple Guard into one of my shades. That's why, they're meant with, their mixed infantry. They have the great swords, but then again, they are anti-infantry. Temple Guards, the thing is, I've always confused. Like, they count as infantry, of course, it says there, halberd infantry, but then they're kind of huge. Like, they should count as monsters, but, I think they don't. My Hag, straight, she's done. Managed to get a little spell here. Almost killing one of my units. I bring Malekith in. It doesn't really do that great in this battle, to be honest. My Hydra, again, not faring very well. Managed to basically, with the cold ones, he managed to wrap around most of my shades. That way I wasn't actually able to shoot. There was only these 2 that I backed away a little bit, that I was able to actually shoot into the Skink Priest. Murderous prowess kicks in. Obviously it helps a bit. Now on this flank I'm doing pretty well. Like his Temple Guard's broken, the Hag came back. What was that? Croc guy's nearly dead, so he had to retreat him. These 2, the is that Croxigors? Yeah, Croxigors are done. And yeah, basically I just have the shades finishing off this guy, and I had Malekith to come into the Skink Priest to try and break them, and his units start to break now. The front line is breaking. It's just leadership penalties, even though there's still plenty of health. and there you go, it starts to go down. Looks like the penalty was armor loss penalties kicking in, and bam. Okay, his unit shattered, and I won. So off to the next one. Alright, so the next one, same setup as before, just different map, and this time I'm playing against an Empire player. So with him having 2 grenade launcher outriders, and what he did was brought 2 Hellstorm rocket batteries, which means he's able to absolutely shatter my units from the distance. Anyway, he's actually melting away the Reaper Bolt throwers and everything, and now I'm the one who actually has to move up by quite a bit to even get in range, and well, to be honest, like, the damage is down at that point. So like I mentioned during my Steam Tank video, the actual Doomstack for Empire, even for single player, is actually a bunch of rocket batteries and then whatever you want to have with it, because they do the most of the damage and they absolutely annihilate anything. Anything infantry, I should say. Like as you saw here, they're not that great against monsters like Hydras. And here, stupidly, I didn't really pay attention for a second. I should have moved these guys up. Look at them. Now he's just got a free shot against all of my units before I actually get moving to get into range. I'm trying to chase away his guns with Malekith, but basically they're a lot faster. So mine's faster, but they end up getting away anyway somehow. So I just turn around and kind of get into a fray. This is where the spell was done. It's a decent damage there. Strangely, it's all just horses. The men are kind of not there. Oh well. Yeah, so I try and close up now. I have missile superiority, so I can actually just shoot. He had them nicely lined up, but obviously I forgot the name of it, but the spell of Malekith, the wind spell, is just not that strong. I do the Vortex one trying to damage his rocket batteries. One of them does a decent damage, it actually wavers, but the other one, it barely touched it. I suppose it did its job, you know, it got rid of one of them. Hydra's already wavering, but the other rocket battery still fires. These guys rallied. No, actually, I forgot to move them up. There you go. So they were not. See, they were just about out of range, and I stupidly didn't move them. I could have been shooting the whole time, doing a little bit of damage. Fair, at this point it's still pretty hopeful, and the odds are some 2 to 1 again. Yeah, just about that. Malekith is trying to do what he can, but there you go, he pins him down, and then he just ends up kind of wiping him out. The grenade launcher ones, they did that was a smart choice. They did really well against these guys. Personally, I fucking hate them in that I don't like missile cavalry in general. I don't use them, even if they're super great, because they're so micro intensive. I just cannot possibly you know, do all of it. Especially, you know, it's fine maybe against a player because obviously they make mistakes, but against an AI, against a computer, you cannot out micromanage a computer. That's just not going to happen. So I just try not to do it in general. Now on this flank, I kind of started winning. Obviously I got rid of his outriders, but now he starts shooting his own rounds. But this, you know, I had to run away from Malekith because he was starting to die. And then he can... There you go, he's got the rocket battery is again free. I think only one of them can shoot though. I'm not sure. Oh no, he's not on it. Okay. I haven't even noticed what kind of load he had. What does he have? There you go. He's got a Marcus Wolfheart, so he's shooting from there. And he's got a light wizard. Looks like I moved up the Reaper Boltho at that point, because I'm starting to be able to shoot. Or maybe they just came into range, I don't know. I think I moved him up. But yeah, Malik is breaking. No more spells for me. My hag is nearly dead. I think I had a cauldron on, which made her unbreakable at that point, because she would have been long gone by then. My Hydra is kind of, he's on a rampage because I used the Fury of Cain on him, her, whatever. And at that point, Malekith died, and you know, my unit just basically started shattering because of the moral leadership penalty. I suppose there was still a chance, but no one once Malekith died. And that was it. Done. Alright, so there you go. That's a Dark Elf Doomstack, aka Shades, in action. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe for more. And next time, the last video of the series will be Tomb Kings, and specifically constructs. So stay tuned.